Let's talk about why to have a system. Let's think about when we were children and we started to learn simple rhymes, a little bit like Happy Birthday to You. We all know the song Happy Birthday to You. Now think about what happens if you put the words in the wrong order. You end up with Birthday You Too Happy or something like that, something that becomes meaningless. Let's think about what happens if you just get the tune wrong, so it ends up being completely at odds with everybody else who's singing along with you. What happens if you miss words out? Well, it just loses all sense and it loses all rhythm, it loses all cadence. There's a system to everything that we do in life. We put things in the right order with all the right component parts in order to get something sensible out of it. The reason to have a system is to be able to make order out of chaos, to be able to actually bet on an outcome, to bet on a result. So what does that look like in sales? Well, it's not about singing Happy Birthday to You, but it is about doing things in a consistent, measured way that you are able to replicate. So you have specific steps that you are going to go through, things that you do consistently and replicably in order to be able to deliver predictable results. And really, predictability is what we're looking for here. You want your forecasts to look like something you can take to the bank. You do not want your forecasts to look like a fairy story, like something that you've just pulled out of thin air. And the only way that you can predict the future, well, is basically to create it. And if you want to create the future, you need to have a process, you need to have a system. You need to know exactly what it is you need to do in order to be effective and efficient. What do I mean by effective and efficient? Well, very simply this. If you are going to do something that is effective, you are doing something that gets you towards the goals that you have set for yourself or for your salespeople. In other words, doing something effective means that you're doing the right thing. If, however, you're going to do things efficiently, well, you are doing things that use the minimum number of people, the minimum amount of resource in terms of time and energy and money. Put a different way, doing things efficiently means that you are doing them the right way. So you want to do things that are both effective and efficient, so you're doing the right things and you're doing them the right way. For that, you need to have a system. You need to identify the steps that you need to go through in order to get to where you need to get to, and you need to do them consistently. Sounds sensible, sounds logical, but hard to do. So in your individual behavior plans, you need to work out, let's say as an example, the precise number of calls that you need to make in order to have the unique conversations with potential prospects that you need to have in order to identify an actual prospect. And once you've identified those actual prospects, you need to work out the number of discovery meetings that you need to have with those prospects in order to actually turn them into sales. And for that, you need to understand what your sales conversion rate is. You need to understand what those discovery meetings look like in terms of the time that they take. How many can you actually fit in? Is your individual behavior plan even realistic when you look at it in that way? So having a system means that you can work out exactly how effective and efficient you are all the way through this process, which means that if something goes wrong, you know exactly where it's gone wrong, which means you can put it right. More importantly, when something goes right, you can identify exactly what it was. That means you can replicate it, you can improve on it, you can do more of it. If you need to, you can even do it differently. Why have a system? Because without a system, you're destined to fail in sales.